You opened it. I'm the co-host.
Why do I gotta open it?
Because you opened the last one.
Okay, exactly. So you should open this one.
No.
You should open this one because I opened the last one.
If we ever review a show, then I'll open. If every show that I watch, that I brought you onto, like Invincible season 2, then I'll open. Which there probably will be Invincible.
Yeah, there has to be. There's so much.
The way they ended Invincible season 1, I'm like, oh yeah, there's gotta be season 2.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. We are back for episode 2.
Yes.
Of Married at First Sight.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about the second episode. We're still a little bit behind. We have not watched the third. I think the fourth is in 2 days.
Yes.
So we're still a little bit behind, but we're just going to, dive
right in
so that we can get started.
Yeah, because we got to get to episode 3.
We got to get to episode 3. Before we get started, I wanted to talk about something that I'm very, very excited about. She is my self-proclaimed big sister that I never asked for. This is the title that she's giving herself. Family that I've known probably my whole life recently wrote a book, Lois Williams. I wasn't supposed to win, but I refused to lose. I'm not an avid reader. I don't read for leisure often. I finished this book probably in about a week, I want to say. It's an amazing read. Very easy to get through. Definitely a page turner. Like I said, I've known her my whole life. There was so much I learned about her in this book that I had no idea. And it's a very inspiring story, especially knowing her, knowing what she's been through, and knowing now more through the book about her and what she's overcome. I definitely suggest this book. We'll put the link to purchase this book in the description box. And then we'll probably put her Instagram information. She is venturing into public speaking, and she's doing a lot of motivational stuff, which is really, really great. And I'm really, really proud of her, really, really happy for her. So please, everyone, just take the time, go ahead and purchase this book. Support my girl Lois. Yeah, so, yeah, that's it.
A lot to talk about in this one.
Yeah, this was a pretty interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really like the format that they're doing this season.
Mm-hmm. How so?
I don't know. Because they're breaking it up so much. And I guess they're trying to give us more content. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it seems like the way that they're breaking it up is like drags it on. Like, I don't think I've ever seen it where the third episode we're still doing weddings. That's new. So I don't know how I feel about that.
They're definitely not rushing it. They're definitely not rushing it. Like, that I can't say for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Okay, so this episode, we had 2 couples get married.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 couples, full ceremony. And then we saw the latter half of Johnny and Belle's tea ceremony.
Yes.
Which they both were adamant about. And the reception, we saw pieces of the reception. And then we saw pretty much dress and tux shopping for the other 2 couples. So I guess we could start with Michaela and Zach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They showed wedding day. I think last episode they showed the dress and tux. So they just kind of dived into wedding day.
Yeah, they did. They dove straight in.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, Zach cries a lot.
Man.
A lot.
Man, he cries a lot.
And he's so worried about whether Michaela was going to like him. Like, oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. See, I mean, Zach's an emotional dude.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's...
But my only thing with Zach is his self-confidence, his confidence in himself.
I think...
That's my only issue with that.
I think the thing that makes it hard also is that he lacks self-confidence and he's emotional. So it's just... like, if she, I feel like it would have devastated. Luckily, that didn't happen.
Yes. Oh, she was.
She was feeling your boy.
She was smitten by
She
him.
was feeling.
What?
She was very, very attracted to him.
I'm so glad that first impression was just like
it went well because I feel
well,
even with like I feel like if it didn't go well and she wasn't initially attracted to him, it would have devastated him. And I don't know.
Yeah. She was crying too.
She was, but she was crying because of it's an emotional moment. He was crying about like everything.
Yeah. Oh, but he couldn't stop.
He like every time he was
almost
on camera.
couldn't stop. Like, oh.
Every time he was on camera.
People were trying to calm him down and just nope.
Yeah.
He was, but you know,
he was like having
really,
a breakdown at one point.
It was like he was really happy and so happy, but I think more nervous. And
yeah, he was really nervous. You could tell that.
Like I said, that's my only thing about Zach is just confidence in who you are and what you bring to the table versus. I mean, yeah. But luckily, the first impression went well.
Yeah, there was definitely chemistry. Oh, definitely chemistry.
What?
Definitely attraction. Some would say sexual attraction.
She said,
homegirl was asking about kids.
Do you want a junior? 5 seconds in, had passed it and said nothing.
Just his name. That's all.
And then after he memorized his vows.
Yeah.
She was like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah.
She was ready.
But that was a nice touch. That was a really nice touch.
He said,
and then just
blah, 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 sweet nothings. And she was like, panties on the floor.
Right.
It was ready. Ready.
Yeah.
She was, ain't no kind of, she was, well, yeah, it didn't really happen. But
she was ready.
Her face was like,
I will be shocked. I'm going to be honest. I will be shocked if they don't get it in that first night. I will be shocked because
I think
it
won't be because of her. It won't be because of her. Let me tell you that right now. It won't be because of her.
Which is, I think, the norm. That's something that people don't discuss. Women usually, especially in this type of situation, where the guy's a little more shy, which I think they really level each other out because he's a little more reserved, a little more in his shell, and she brings him out of his shell. Because she's got this big bubbly personality, so she really, really makes him feel comfortable.
And I also feel like because she's opening herself up so much. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not talking about just sexual, but just opening herself up. Mm-hmm. It allows him all this love that he has to give, that he's been wanting to give. He has somewhere that can handle it. Yeah, somewhere to place that. I will say, seeing them individually before that first impression, I was like, oh, no, yeah. But I feel like you said, they may balance each other out, and I think it's actually going to work out.
Yeah. And I think also it's nice, like, even, what was it? When she asked him, like, are you nervous? And he was like, yeah. And she's like, I got you. Yeah. And that was really nice. Yeah. That was a really beautiful moment. Yeah. That was a really beautiful moment.
Because the one thing is, the closer it got to the wedding, it's like her walls started to kind of crumb down a little bit. She's like, I am in this, like, 100%.
Yeah, and I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to get started. Like, I'm ready to start on this journey.
One thing.
I know you're about to talk about.
when she asked him,
what do you do for fun? Or something like that. Oh, no, she asked him,
what are your hobbies or something?
No, why his family said he was a Renaissance man.
Oh, so.
And his response was wild.
He said, I like to crochet.
No, he said, my dad taught me and my brothers how to crochet. And how to make lotion.
Renaissance
And he said he doesn't do either one anymore. He said he still knows how to crochet, but he doesn't do it anymore.
Exactly.
So my thing is, like, if that's the case, that's fine. Why are you bringing that up, though?
I know. He could have said, like, oh, I play piano, these instruments like they highlighted before. He said crochet.
Yeah, that was odd. I did not understand.
He could have said anything else. I play piano, do this. Crochet. Renaissance crochet.
That he doesn't do anymore. In her reaction. Oh, okay. Really? Oh, that's nice.
She's her head. She got to be like, well,
And you could tell
at least
she
he
was
look
like-
good though. At least.
She was just like, okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
No, but
Yeah.
I think she's definitely a little bit smitten. And I think he's definitely a little bit smitten that
Yeah.
she's so smitten.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see them see their energies kind of complement each other. So, yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So the next couple was Johnny and Belle. They did their tea ceremony and they showed, I think, their first dance in their reception. And yeah, I mean,
What was crazy is that the colors they picked for the
Complemented
tea
each
complemented
other,
each other.
yeah.
It was almost the same color.
yeah,
I think.
almost, yeah.
But I thought that was cool. Like they were already on the same page.
Yeah, yeah.
And so for them, everything right now is just flowing.
They're still very awkward.
They are.
They're still very awkward, which, I guess time. And I think Johnny would like to be more,
Oh yeah.
but I think Bao is still kind of like, I don't know, you like that, so you just chill.
But you know what? I don't think Bow's just awkward.
She's just awkward.
Bow's just awkward. Johnny is like, he's nervous, but he like, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but hey, look, yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look good.
He's
Those are
definitely
key.
attracted to her.
Yes, that's clear.
I thought it was interesting that he said he never saw her in that light before. I thought that was interesting.
I thought it was, not he never saw him in that light, it's just, he never, he was still like, doing his thing.
No, but he said this episode. He said that last episode.
Okay.
This episode, he said, we know each other, but we don't know each other like that. And we've never looked at each other in that way until today. That's what he said.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And,
you're right.
I just think that's interesting because I don't know if I believe that. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I believe that he's never viewed her in that way.
And I
believe
think
that.
that's why I went back to what I said about you said it was in the first episode, because I'm like, no, I don't think it was that. I think he was just like, she doesn't seem like the type of person that would be like for a one night stand. So
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna go there with her.
Yeah.
And I'm not really looking for anything serious.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see how things unfold, especially like we mentioned that with our last review, how that first night is.
Yeah.
Because I could definitely see her being like, put some pillows. Or, just, I'm over here, you're going to be over there. So we'll see what happens. I think that should be interesting. I'm really interested to see how things evolve also. How the relationship evolves.
Let me tell you something. I know a couple's gonna put some pillows in between each other, but we're gonna get to them later.
Okay, well.
Bao and Johnny might cuddle, but I know who's gonna put some pillows in between. I know definitely. I think everybody who watched the show know who's gonna put some pillows.
Our next couple. You are a big fan of this couple, right, babe?
I feel like I'm calling it as I see it.
You're pretty adamant.
And they haven't let me down yet.
You're pretty adamant. You do not see them making it.
No.
I don't know if I don't see them making it, but I definitely see them butting heads.
And just in case you were wondering who we're talking about, I think it's pretty obvious.
Mirla and Gil.
Mirla and Gil. That's no.
Yeah.
Those are the first people we met. We met Gil was the first guy we met.
No, it was they were the first couple
Yeah.
they showed.
Way to start the show.
She keeps bringing up the bald head thing. Like, either you're gonna be like cool with it or not.
I almost
Like,
want,
you gotta either let it go or you need to be like, this isn't gonna work because it's bothering me.
You know, it's so bad to the point where she's so...
Well, you have your feelings about her. I feel like your feelings are influenced because...
Her friends on the show.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong.
They called her Mirazilla.
But I think they did call her that. She kind of called herself that, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Mirazilla.
I just really see them butting heads.
Yes.
Like the whole dog thing, the whole spending thing.
The spending thing, the dog thing.
The whole lifestyle.
The lifestyle thing.
Yeah.
It's like she is so... The makeup?
Oh, yeah. Like, what was that?
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I do makeup. And
No. It's not just you.
But I feel like if you're going to have somebody doing a service for you, then you need to just sit there and not necessarily be quiet. You need to be vocal about what you want. And trust me, I'm very much like, I'm particular in especially when it comes to makeup. I can be particular too, but I just feel like she was just a little bit obnoxious with it. I'm not going to lie.
You know, I can say this.
I would not want to
I get
do her
that
makeup.
Not every woman walks around with makeup because she's like, I never wore makeup in my life. That's what she claims. Never wore it in my life.
That's what
right?
she said.
So let's just take it for a word because we don't know her whole life. She only been in Houston for about, 3 years?
3 years.
So, anyway, couldn't even get a Houstonian, a true Houstonian, but whatever. But, that's beside the point. So,
okay.
So I'm just like, I'm looking at her and I'm like, okay, you don't really like makeup. You could have said, okay, hey, I don't really like makeup because we kind of keep it light. I just want to be comfortable and I just want to really try to look natural on my nice day. I think that would have been fair if you don't really like makeup. Or just say, you know, I just really don't want any makeup at all. But don't... She annoyed me.
Yeah.
Like, if I was doing her makeup, I would be annoyed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what? I think, you really don't need it.
Yeah.
I just pack my stuff. You really don't need it.
Yeah. And even how she was, like, pointing out, like, I don't want my eyebrows like hers, or how she looks, I don't want to look like that.
The way her friends were like, oh, my gosh. They said, pray. Let's just pray.
Yeah.
Like,
that wasn't cool. Because you're insulting somebody's work. That's their livelihood.
Oh my God!
I just think maybe this might not have been the experiment for her. This might not have been the show for her. She's just too picky.
She is very rigid, extremely rigid.
Yeah.
Like when I look at her, it's not just what she says or how she acts. It's like her friends that know her, and then getting up when they got up to the altar. Right? They got to the front. I don't know if it's actual altar, but the front of the room, right? And then what her friends said about her, the things you should know, they didn't do any justice. Favors. Whoever wrote his didn't do him any favors either. But I just like on her side, I'm like, who?
But I think I only feel that way because I know they don't share those ideologies. So.
Yeah.
If I know that you're not someone that's materialistic and I am, normally that's something that would be put on the back burner. It's not something that would be like the first thing that you hear about me. So the fact that we know as the people watching, we know he is not a materialistic person at all. He's almost like anti that.
Well, he is the blue collar, spend what you need to spend, type of person. Right. That's him.
And I think
and try to find a way if you can get something for less, get the same experience. I feel like that's the way he's coming from.
But I
feel like she's like, I'm crossing all my T's and dotting all my I's. But not even and that. I'm going this straight path that I have. That I want for myself. I don't think
it's that. I think, sometimes, especially when it comes to travel, some people don't see the desire to cut corners. Yeah. And I totally understand that. Mm-hmm. And, I've been that person when I travel. Now I'm a little more understanding of the process that goes into booking travel, so I have a deeper understanding and I'm able to do things in a way that are more cost effective. But that's not always the case. And I think like
Yeah.
someone goes into it and they're already approaching it as like, how can I save money? Then that's not somebody you really necessarily want to travel with. And for me, it sounds like he's like, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't mind traveling, but I know there's cheaper ways to do it. To me, that's him saying, without saying, I'm not the type of person that splurges. And it starts out as like, oh, no, we don't have to do this, to we don't have to travel at all. So that should be interesting.
Well, you know, I guess for me, I kind of see where Gil's point of, because I feel like when it comes to certain things, I'm like that as well. But the thing about it is that eventually I said, okay, I might have a first reaction, like, oh, how much does this cost?
Yeah.
But eventually I'm like, okay, I kind of see what this means. I see what you're talking about. And then we proceed to move forward with it.
Right.
You know.
But he doesn't seem like he's going to budge at all.
I don't know.
I think that's
But he's
where,
not unwilling to. That's the thing.
No, I do think he is unwilling to. Like, I feel like if she says, I want to go to Bali and it's a $5,000-$6,000 trip, if he feels like it's too expensive, then I don't see him budging on that. And I think that's where I see them butting heads, because their priorities don't align. And that is one thing that it just won't gel if your priorities don't align.
Okay.
So that's where I see them butting heads.
Yeah, I just...
We'll see.
I don't think they're going to make it. I'm just saying right now. They're going to butt heads. They're butting heads this entire... They're going to butt heads. A miracle got to happen. And it's going to start... I feel like it's going to start with her, because I just feel like she's so set in her ways. She's so set.
But she's already budged a little bit. Because she was like, I couldn't do bald heads. And she was like, well, he's handsome. So, and I called it. I called that.
You did. You said she's going to get over that.
I call that.
All I know is the previews for the next episode said a lot.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because let me tell you something. The reaction of what they showed with Gil and Mariah, I think
it was,
that is the couple to watch if you want some entertainment right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's always one. And them two, I almost want to put money on it. They're not going to make it.
You are adamant about that they're not going to make it.
They're not going to make it.
Do you think they're going to make it past honeymoon?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be another one like he won't move in, she won't move in situation?
Like bits pieces of that couple from last season?
Well, there's not... I keep forgetting that you've only watched one season.
Right.
That's happened before.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. I don't.
Well,
he definitely ain't getting done in 24 hours. Like he said.
He's definitely not.
Well, he did say at least 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
He didn't even get a kiss at the altar.
Then it's like there was zero chemistry.
I wouldn't say that. I just think you really don't like them together. So
I don't like them together. I don't like her.
You don't like her.
I don't like her. You know what? I'm gonna say this. She needs to be with Jose.
No.
Yes, she does.
No.
I feel like she needs to be with Jose.
That would never work because Jose is not what she wants at all. Like Jose,
she
personalities.
Said she wanted tall, dark, and handsome. And then she mentioned Travis Kelce. Ain't nothing about him tall, dark. He tall, yes, but not dark.
He's handsome.
He's handsome, but he ain't dark. Ain't nothing about him dark.
But Jose is short. He's not to me. No.
But I'm just saying. You know what? I'm just talking about personality wise. I think they'd be better.
I don't think they would be a good fit at all.
because he's very particular about all his stuff.
Yeah, but that don't make you a good fit. Because you were both particular.
Well, who is a good fit for her? You know what I'm gonna say. You know what? I take that back. I'm being too hard on her.
You are.
I'm being too hard on her. But I'm gonna say this though. If you can be a good fit, unless you're willing to allow yourself to. You have to allow some things.
I think. You
have to give a little.
Yeah.
You have to learn to compromise.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Everything can't go your way. And my biggest thing with Marilyn is not this. It's just I don't at this point from what I've seen. Like we only get like a sample size, right? She wants things done her way, or else. Oh, I'm not doing it. That's just how she comes across to me. And so the sample size that I have, I really don't like her. She does. Everybody says like I'm willing to kind of give. She is not willing to give an inch. That's how she comes across. And
I just think it's very interesting. I just want to point this out. I think it's very interesting that you don't like Mirla. You don't like Mirla. But you're just talking about how particular Jose is. How come that doesn't translate?
I don't really like Jose, but we don't see a lot. That is true. We don't see a lot. I don't like Jose either, but we don't see a lot of him. We don't. That's true. We don't see a lot of them inside of him yet.
All right.
I'm sure next episode, guaranteed, episode 3, I'm probably gonna be talking about Jose the same way I'm talking about Mirla. It's just Mirla. It was just so easy to spot. It was so blatantly obvious to spot from the beginning. Her friends were saying the same things about her. Like Jose's friends are kind of like, eh. So it's not just like, oh, it's not just Mirla or what I feel. Everybody else has seen it too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next couple, Brett and Ryan. This episode, they showed them picking out their dress and their tux.
Yes.
And they showed half of wedding day. So they didn't show full full reaction.
Yes.
They didn't show meeting for the first time. They didn't show the ceremony. They just showed basically them getting ready and I think him entering the ceremony. And that was about it.
Yeah, he was in there. Then they just opened the doors for her. So they didn't show the reaction of him and her seeing each other for the first time.
Yeah. Both of them seem very, very ready to get married. Like they very much are just sure of themselves. They're sure of what they want. And they're in a place where they understand like this is my time.
Yeah.
So I have really high hopes for them. I think it's going to work out well. I do.
I'm not concerned about them.
No.
I think they both kind of want it. Yeah, I'm not concerned about them. I think they're actually going to get along
really well.
Probably they may be the best.
I don't know about the best.
They're up there.
I think Michaela and Zach are going to be the best fit.
It looked good in the beginning.
I think Michaela and Zach are going to be the best fit. But I think Brett and Ryan are going to have the most stable relationship.
Okay.
Because they're both mature. They're both, sure of themselves. They're both sure of what they want.
Well, that's why I said they would be like end up being the best fit. Initially, by the end of the series, I think obviously everybody's they're gonna choose, but I feel like Brett and Ryan, Brett and Ryan, I just think they're gonna be the best fit. I don't see them having any issues like that.
I don't know about that.
Not like. I mean, all of them are gonna have some issues, but I feel like they're gonna resolve their issues better because of their temperaments. At this point,
I can agree with that.
They're probably going to talk more through things.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Ryan seems like he's a bit more
reserved. But he's opening up.
He is.
He's definitely opening up. Even when he made the comment about him wanting to adopt and how he said he was kind of doing increments of like 28, 30, 32. I was going to adopt.
Yeah.
And I thought that was
that's true.
Very noble of him to be able to be so vocal about that because most men, especially, they're not going to talk about that desire to want to have children so badly to the point where they are willing to adopt.
Yeah.
He didn't adopt, obviously.
No, he didn't adopt.
He didn't adopt.
Because he wanted a family. He, didn't
He
want to
wanted
just
a
be
family.
father.
He didn't want it. Yeah. And I think him even vocalizing that he's worried about being a young father,
Yeah.
that was very interesting too.
But he
I
also
thought
didn't
that.
want to be an old father.
No, well, he said he wanted to be able to play
T-ball
with his
and stuff like
children
that, yeah.
and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see their journey.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I feel like theirs is going to be probably more vanilla relationship out of everybody. I think every other one
But
has a bit of spice.
she's got a little spice too now.
Not as, but could we compare it to the field right now? I think they're the most calm. They're going to be the most vanilla relationship. Now, time will tell. Guys who've already seen episode 3 probably know a little bit more than we do. But I think they're going to be the most vanilla of the group.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see where things go with Brett and Ryan. All right, next final couple for this season. They didn't get much time.
No.
This episode,
No.
which I'm noticing a running theme with them. They're not getting much time, pretty much every episode.
No.
So that's interesting. But our last couple, Rachel and Jose, and they just did dress and tuck shopping. That was it.
They didn't do any.
That's all they showed.
Yeah.
And Rachel went and tried on dresses, and she talked about how she lost 35 pounds in 9 months. Mm-hmm. She's very proud of that.
Very proud.
And I think that's something to commend. You had some interesting perspectives on that.
You know, was it 39?
35 pounds.
35 pounds in 9 months. That is a very consistent 1 pound a week. And that can be hard for some people. And
but I think also she kind of emphasized that she was more confident.
yes,
and
I think that's more important.
Yeah. And she looked great. The dress looked great on her. She looked beautiful.
Right. Every pound she lost was a point towards her confidence rising.
She looked great. So
I'm
still nervous about Jose seeing her. I'm still nervous because he is so adamant.
It's the man with the 256 questions.
Yes, he is very adamant about. He just loves to emphasize how picky he is.
Yes.
And that he has this list of what he wants and what the perfect relationship looks like to him.
Yes. And through his eyes.
I think it's going to be very interesting to see his reaction to her. I'm very curious as to what his reaction will be.
I feel like Jose is going to crumble under his own idealism of perfection.
Yeah,
I really do,
I agree with
because
that.
he feels like, I want this perfect marriage.
I want this perfect marriage. I want this perfect life.
Exactly. I want this perfect life.
Yeah.
The thing is, what he has to understand is marriage isn't perfect.
There's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
There's no such thing as a perfect marriage.
When two imperfect people come together, I mean... a marriage, if a marriage is what you make it.
Yes.
That's something even I feel like we're learning now. Marriage is, you determine what kind of marriage you're going to have. Mm-hmm. And when you're willing to put in the work to have a perfect marriage, then that will show. But if you think it's just going to happen by happenstance, like if you think it's just going to fall together into a perfect marriage, then...
No.
Yeah. You've got a long 8 weeks ahead of you.
You know, and Rachel might tell him a thing or two, you know?
Yeah, she's got some spunk to her.
Yeah, I think she gonna let him know, like, hold on, Jose.
Yeah.
Hey, Jose. What you mean, buddy? I don't know, she might not say it like that.
No, she definitely won't say it like that.
But I don't think she's gonna be backing down for him. She's probably gonna tell him a thing or two about himself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have a feeling. She coming off nice and sweet, but I feel like she gonna tell him about
himself, yeah.
She gonna tell Jose about himself.
For sure. So I guess that's it for this episode. Yeah. I'm excited to see episode 3 because I'm ready to get these weddings. All right. Well, I guess that's it for episode 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, hopefully we'll be back soon with episode 3.
Oh, we got to get
And
these
then
out.
we'll be back shortly after that with episode 4.
So we would definitely be caught up by episode 5.
He's gonna be like,
We're working
episode 10. We'll definitely be caught up by episode 10.
No, we're gonna be caught up by episode 5. We've been working really hard. We've been working really hard.
It's been a lot going on. It's
Yes.
been a crazy time.
I mean, you think about it. We
us.
went from shooting no videos to shooting 3 videos in 1 week.
Yeah.
So going from none to 3, we're working. We're gonna get there by 5, and then we'll get on some sort of routine. Hopefully, by after this week, we'll get on routine because this shooting back to back is.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, yeah, and we're working on our set design. Just bear with us. We're working on it. We got stuff now in the background.
We're evolving. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I guess please share, please subscribe,
Hit the like button.
please hit the like button,
Notification bell.
notification bell. Yes, all that. And thank you guys for watching and hanging in there with us. And I guess we'll see you shortly.
Yes, look for new videos
Yes.
every week.
Yeah. Alrighty. Till next time.
Peace.